Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another BBA webinar. It is the first one of 2022, so we do hope that everybody that's watching and joining us had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. We are thoroughly thrilled to be back with kicking off a new season of webinars this year, and we have a calendar of events full of great things coming up. So my name is Katie Roberts. I'm not the usual face you see if you've joined our webinars before. I'm standing in for Pete, so I hope I do him proud. Today we are talking about all things UKTA. So 2022 has arrived, which means we've got a year left before the deadline transition from CE to UKCA and ETA to UKTA Marking. And so we thought, what better way to start the year off than to kick it off with a few updates and just a quick taking stock of where we are. So joining me today is my colleague Simon Wroe, Head of Key Accounts. Hi, Simon.
Hello.
Hi, and welcome. So Simon, you may have seen him as well before. He is keeping us all updated, working with the team so that we make sure we're sending over all the necessary information you need to keep yourself updated. So just for those of you who are joining us for the first time, let me just share my screen. Forgive me if the tech does not play along, but you should be seeing a screen now. So let me just go right back to the beginning. Quick update, what we're doing today, we are talking UKTA, so taking you from ETA to UKTA simply and efficiently, and giving you an update on anything that you may have missed. A quick overview, just for if you haven't joined us before, we run these webinars regularly. If you want to see what's coming up, if you've missed any, or if you want to sign up to any, just go to our website, bbacerts.co.uk/webinars. All the information is there, or subscribe to our mailing list so that you can be notified of upcoming events as well. And also just a quick background about who we are. So the BBA, or British Board of Agreement, has been in existence since the 60s, and we pretty much exist to help our industry enable innovation. We enable innovation. We're a testing and certification organization, and we work very closely with organizations throughout the supply chain to build trust in the fitment for purpose of the products that they create and the systems they create. So we've been helping construction and manufacturing industries build confidence in those solutions since 1966, I believe. And we believe in building long-term partnerships with clients and associations so that we enable that continued growth, both in the UK and global marketplaces. We are a for-profit organization limited by guarantee, which means that the BBA looks to reinvest back into the industry as a whole for the benefit of everybody involved. So we're all about growth, but we're all about enabling and supporting innovation in our marketplace as well. So what we do very, very quickly, we look after some core areas of product development or the product life cycle. We support with product approval certification. So you may have heard of the Agreement certificate, the reproduction certificates, or the HAPAS certificate for civils. So we do a whole bunch of that, those kind of things. We do product testing. We have our own testing laboratories as well. So we do product testing. We run audit and inspection schemes. So we have technical assessors and auditors that go out and inspect and audit manufacturing facilities and work with other customers and suppliers in inspecting building works, etc. We offer services around management systems like ISO, so all of that kind of thing, making sure you stay compliant in your processes and your production methods. And then, of course, highlighting the UKCA marking, which is the topic that we're going to be talking about today, specifically UKTA. So we do a wide range of we offer a wide range of services and solutions to customers depending on their needs. A quick snapshot, over 6,000 certificates issued to date. We have over 180 people now that work at the BBA with a wide variety of skills and expertise, from scientists to engineers to, as I said, technical assessors, and then some. We've been in business for over 50 years, and our clients are clients that come from all over the world. The last check was over 72 countries worldwide who sell into the UK or wish to expand their market reach. So very quickly in today's webinar, what we'll be covering is we're looking at UKCA marking. What is it? We look at what UKTA is, just super high level for those who may have missed our previous webinars, and we'll be delving into some more of the updates. We look at anything that might have changed. We also give you a heads up on the fact that the BBA, just before the Christmas, we were officially given the go-ahead to issue UKTAs. Very exciting step. The first company in the UK to have be given that go-ahead, and we have hit the ground running. So Simon's going to talk a little bit about what we've been doing since then. Easy steps to help you convert to UKTA and anything else that you may need to consider. And of course, we have questions. We always handle questions at the end. So if you do have any questions to Simon, feel free to pop them into the chat or load them as a question on GoToWebinar, and we will make sure we cover them at the end. So without further ado, I'd love to reintroduce Simon, our head of key accounts. He's been with the business for 37 years, Simon. What an amazing feat. And I'm going to hand over to you, and Simon, you can just take us straight through what there is to know about UKTA and what the updates are. So over to you.
Great. Thanks, Katie. Thanks for reminding me about the 37 years. Certainly got reminded this morning when two bits of post that came through the door. One was for a funeral plan, the other was for a retirement home. So hopefully I've got a few years left to go anyway. This, as we said, is a revamp or updating of presentation actually gave in May 2021, and with a few other bits after that. So just there's some areas I will run through fairly quickly, other ones I'll concentrate a little bit more on. Just a little bit of background. CE marking, well, this all came into the EU Construction Products Regulations came in 2013 and replaced the Construction Products Directive, I think it was 1992. And really it's to give a product passport to the European market. Obviously we knew that was 28 countries plus some free trade ones as well. And really it's based on consistency of declared performance. There are two routes, as we know. One is a mandatory route via harmonised standards, and the other is the voluntary route. That's the one we're going to be talking today. This is through European Technical Assessment Guidelines, which were mainly replaced by European assessment documents. And these lead to the issue of European technical assessments. Slide. Okay, so sorry, yeah, we're getting to like that.
Perfect.
So
first,
yeah, just a minute.
I think there might be a slight delay, which is why you're seeing the slide slightly later than what I'm pushing, but we're on the what is a UKTA.
Yeah, we did have first slide before that actually is what was UKCA marking. So that's it. Yeah, sorry about that. So UKCA marking is another acronym of BBA. It's United Kingdom Conformity Assessed Marking, and this is the UK equivalent of CE marking. So any applicable products that will be placed on the GB market, GB being England, Scotland and Wales. Northern Ireland, for the meantime, will still be having, well, in addition to their own United Kingdom NI mark, they will be accepting CE marking for the foreseeable future. This became mandatory from the 1st of January 2021, and it was then extended to the 1st of January 2023. There was a transition period there. So that was the first change since the previous update. Existing CE marking will still be recognised until the 1st of January 2023. And it's going to be mandatory for all applicable products placed in the GB market from the 1st of January 2023. Any conformity tasks must be carried out by a UK approved body. Next. Okay, so what's UKTA? UKTA stands United Kingdom Technical Assessment. So this is really the UK equivalent of the European Technical Assessment. And the process which will take later is really what we're doing. We're just mirroring exactly the process in the UK, taken on board, assess data from European Technical Approval Assessment bodies. So who can issue UKTAs? Well, they can be issued by UK technical approval bodies, in which in the UK there are 9. The BBA of this one has the widest range of any of the UK tabs, and I believed it was probably one of the largest in all Europe when we were a full member of EOTA. And UKTAs, this is a voluntary process for the United Kingdom, and this one was obviously still cover Northern Ireland as well. validity from 1st of January 2021. The question will be, well, what happened to the existing ETAs that were issued by the BBA? Well, we had about 40, and they were all transferred over to other European technical approval bodies. The bulk of these were to ETA Denmark, and that was done before the end of 2020. Next one. So what are the changes? So the process we said, and it will be mirrored before. So the CPR in Europe became UK CPR, harmonised standard became UK designated standards. CE marking replaced by UKCA marking. It kind of goes on. Technical assessment bodies, UK, notified bodies, UK approved bodies. Another one here, European assessment documents, EADs. We talked about these are replaced by UK approval documents, UKAD. I think we said before, ETA, UKTA, and there's a database from NANDO. There will be a UK market approved body database on there. Next. Okay, so a little bit of background about EOTA. EOTA is co-financed by the European Commission, and they really need to develop and adopt European assessment documents. They assure best practice are shared between member countries and member states and companies. On there, it works with the Commission, EU members, and also EFTA states and the European Standards Organisation and other stakeholders to research and construction. So European contractors, manufacturing, technical research associations. Really it's taking best practice and procedures and applying these across product areas to ensure consistency. All the data is summarised in European assessment documents issued by the European technical assessment bodies to provide an independent statement about the product performance. Okay, next. Okay, members of EOTA, who said there's 25 member countries at the moment in EOTA with 47 tabs, and this also includes 3 countries in the European Economic Area, that's Switzerland, Turkey and Norway as well. Currently there's well over 6,000 current ETAs, and details of all these on the EOTA website. Next. So UKCA marking is a case of, well, what route do you need to follow? The move to the UKTA and the marking regime, things you need to consider, what country is, nation is your company based on? We can, on this one, it's a case of, we can issue certificates to UK companies and to companies, and also companies based outside the UK. The markets you'll sell into, obviously UKCA marking will solely apply to United Kingdom as well. Before this one, which route you said, is it covered by a harmonised standard or not? Harmonised will be mandatory, and there's a attestation level of conformity to consider as well, where it's applicable. Whether these on this one, level 1 plus, so there is approval, there's testing, there's factory production control to take into account. Other things, third-party conformity, will it be done by UK approved or EU notified bodies? EU notified bodies, primarily this is for the harmonised route. On that, other one as well, before the question of were the ETAs issued formally by a UK tab, such as the BBA, or are they currently issued by a European body? We'll take that into account. And the other thing as well is whether it's an existing product or a new product. A new product is defined as a product that has come onto the market after 1st of January 2021. Reasons you want to convert to UKTA, well, they're recognised by UK specifiers, gives you access to the UK market. And this will take on as a simple and quick conversion process using the data already exists from the ETA to give you the UKTA. Another one, this one will work with existing European technical assessment bodies. And another thing that I make to consider is that at the moment it's mandatory, but certain areas, say fixings and fasteners, especially liquid applied, some areas may demand UKTAs. So because of voluntary, it's almost mandatory to get in the market. Other ones to consider as well, European technical assessments will no longer be recognised in, well, certainly in England, Scotland, Wales as of 2023 on this one. And UKTAs can be a quick and simple route towards UKCA marking. Last thing to consider as well, as well, is that the data concerned within a UKTA can also be used to give a fully fledged national approval certificate, so a BBA certificate as well. This kind of top and tail it with regulations taking place, standards, design guides, durability statements as well. Okay, so I'll quickly take you into how do we go about it. There's going to be 4 easy steps to UK conversion. These are all detailed on our website, bbacerts.co.uk/UKTA. There's actual sign, but it's accessible from the main page under services. So the main 4 areas: application, prepare program of work, assess the data, then issue the UKTA. A little bit more detail. So the application, we say simply contact the BBA. There is a usual thing with the BBA. We'll have our application forms. This is one application form to cover products, whether it's harmonised for UKCA marking or non-harmonised. That's the UKTA. Complete the application form. Really, you would say this is simply the conversion of a ETA. In simple terms, what do we need? Well, really, we need the ETA numbers. That should give us all the data, but also that one, if you've got the European issuing body, they'll tab, say, and the relevant European assessment document. Do all that, submit that to our client services email address. Okay, then what do we do? Well, the BBA, we like our contracts, we prepare a program of work. We've done it this way, so we've kind of standardized the procedure. Taking the 3 main areas that we've got, what we'll be looking at, we'll be requiring the evaluation report. These are available either from the European Technical Assessment Body or EOTA. The BBA also has some of these on file as well. The second thing we may require, this is the big question, thing the same is the associated test reports. So, and these one obviously with Grenfell and this one fire reports are key. So we may insist on receiving those. And the third area of item is the manufacturer's technical file. This really gives us the factory production report, the quality control procedures, raw materials relating to the product or system. And then we'll assess the data. So I'll be in contact with the European Technical Assessment Body. As you say later on, these I think there's 47 or so within Europe. We get on very well with, let's say, all of them actually. I was going to say the vast majority, but I think it's all of them. Whether that's from Portugal in the west to I was going to say Poland in the east. We are in contact with them all. So from them we receive the data, we receive an editable file of the ETA on there, and then we'll assess the data and prepare the draft certificate. The UKTA really primarily is a mirror UKTA is a mirror of the ETA, and references to European assessment docket tags are replaced with references to UK assessment documents. And this process has been agreed with the Department of Levelling Up, Housing Communities and the EU. That's probably another change since last year. The Ministry of Housing, Communities, Local Government is now the Department of Levelling Up, as we said before. Now briefly, then it's a case of issuing the UKTA. So we've got the file. It's not just changing one word to UK or Europe to UK. It is actually, you look at the file in some detail as well. If everything goes on track, we can probably issue these within 2 months of receipt of the data. In fact, we were ready to issue them kind of probably, I would say, autumn last year, but it needed an agreement between UK government and the EU, even though we had prior agreement from EOTA to use the European assessment documents. And once we issue the UKTA, if there are any surveillance requirements on there, we will link these into the European, the nominated notified body. So we are not kind of doing our own factory production visits. These are linked into existing visits, saving time and money and effort on both sides. So on this one, the title of this was from ETA to UKTA. So as Katie said before, I think it was the 16th of December, after agreement from the government, early December, we issued our first UKTAs. The first one was to Hilti. I think it was number 7 in the list, 210007. The one on there we got is for Centaur. That was previously subject of an ETA issued by the ETA, by the BBA. And on the screen, it's hard to see on there. We've mirrored that. Behind the document, I think this one was 7 pages. That's probably one of the shorter ones. I think we'll go on the. You just go on the next page, Katie. There's so far we've now issued a total of 7, and there's going to be many more in there. On there. So on this one, we've got, say, Centaur, concrete canvas. That's a geotextile. We've got fixings and fasteners, some for timber substrates, masonry substrates, some mechanically fastened roofing system substrates, casting anchor, which was the Hilti first one, and also Kingspan Tech. That is a timber substrate stress skin panel. So it's a kind of varied kind of areas that we've been covering at the moment. Just the next one. Okay, this is just another list of the issued UKTAs. I said on there, they've got various levels of attestation of conformity. Some with, I'd say Kingspan comes under level 1, as does the sockets. We've got 2+, which is factory production control related. Some of the fixings there and the concrete canvas geotextiles. And the last one, level 3, which is the polyurethane liquid applied systems on there. I was going to say the length of the documents, that's what I was getting on before. The Centaur, fairly short, just 7 pages. And you go to the document on number, I was going to say 21/004, Van Roche Fasteners, that is 138 pages. And this one, very heavy on the text or on the diagrams there. So you can see they do vary in length quite a bit. As they vary in length, there's a fair amount of work needs to be put in to convert the file on there. It's amazing. You think it isn't a Word file, but there are lots of different variations to do. So there's quite a bit of work there. Just sorry on that one. Just go back. And finally, with the EU tabs that we've worked for, just on the 7 UKTAs at the moment, ETA Denmark, ETA DK, ITB with Poland, they've had a couple, Sintef, I think it's Norway, and ZAG are Slovenian, so there's a fair amount there. Lots of other ones, DIBT, we've been lots and lots of work with there at the moment, CSTB, Spain, Italy as well, so it is fairly Europe-wide we are dealing with at the moment. So we've got many contracts out there. I'm sure in the next couple of months we'll have probably over 100 of these issued certificates, and that, if you compare that to the BBA only issued 50 ETAs, and it's like 25 years, the area is quite a lot bigger and they expand quite quickly. Excuse me. Next page. Okay, just a couple of questions on there. Is he an equivalent to EOTA under the new system? So you said before EOTA consisted of 25 member countries on there. At the moment, there's a formal formation of UK group of approval bodies is still under discussion. The 9 UK tabs are talking to each other, but at the moment we want some funding from the government. As you can see, that is a little bit, it's easier said than actually done. on there. But we are actively engaged with the Department of Level Up Housing and Communities and the EOTA on this topic as well. At the moment, what happens with EOTA? Obviously, BBO was a full member before. We're now an observer to EOTA, so we can have an idea of what's going on. Last one, we do have a unilateral agreement with EOTA outside the group of UK tabs as well, so we can issue UKTAs for products conforming to UKDs. The main thing on this one, so is the UK assessment documents are based on European assessment documents, formerly ETAs. The BBO was party to these European assessment documents up till 31st of December 2020. So that's why at the moment we have that. The agreement is kind of only for documents that are issued up to 31st of December 2020, because we're obviously party to the putting in place the assessment documents. There's a little bit of government guidance. If there are any doubts, check the government website. There's guidance on marking. Using the UKCA mark, what will be required on the labels. This one, if you're obviously using the CE marking, you will still required as well for the UK mark. You'll have to put the UKCA marking number on there. Where there was an ETA, you'll also need the UKTA. Any questions on conformity, assessment, accreditation, and designated standards, the links are there as well. And the last one, we said before on our website, on this one, there is a big countdown clock, and I think this was done 13 minutes before midnight last night. So now you've got 247
It's already out of date, Simon.
Yeah, I couldn't, without actually copying it, have an active clock. I just had to take a screenshot. So it's a case of, if you have European assessment technical assessments for your products, you want to use that in the UK market, I'd say really get in contact with us now, and we can put the procedure in place on there. And I believe that is the last question. Slide, sorry.
It is indeed, absolutely. Thank you, Simon. Let me just figure out, you can now have a drink of water after your much deserved chat. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for sharing that. A lot of information there, and I think just for the sake of our audience, lots of acronyms and abbreviations and all that kind of stuff. And while it sounds like Simon, while Simon knows what he's talking about, sometimes for me I still struggle to understand what does what. So we have put together a hub of information which includes frequently asked questions and all that kind of stuff on our website. So go and have a look in case you need to just get yourself up to speed. Simon, we do have a few questions coming in, so I wonder if you can just take you through. Just a quick one, can the BBA issue new UKADs or UK assessment documents? Can the BBA actually issue them themselves?
At the moment, without the approval of a UK group of assessment bodies, the answer is no. But there's other things, there are ways around this as well. I would say at the moment, if a company is looking to put the products both on the UK market and European market, then we will partner. Well, we do partner. We talk to other members of EOTA, and we'll put our requirements to them as well. So we are putting in a uniform approach as well. So the main thing of this one, though, it all falls down. If we don't have the UK, let's say acronyms again, our UK assessment document is not aligned with the European assessment document, there isn't equivalence. So on this one, it's a case of, the main thing is, again, lots of things is communication with the European partners. So any document that we put up, I'd primarily say we can put our outline together, and we put our outline to EOTA at the same time through one of our partners on the EOTA. Okay. In time, when we've got the UK assessment body, we'll work with the UK partners, but the main thing is trying to keep the guidelines in UK and Europe aligned, so there's still equivalence and parity.
Okay. All right, perfect. And then we've just had a couple of other questions come in from our audience as well. So the one question is the issuing of a UKTA also possible for ETAs issued in the course of 2022 or such based on EADs issued in 2022?
Yeah, on this one, it kind of goes back to the previous question. If you're looking to launch a new product in the UK and also in Europe, then as we've already started the process, we consult with one of the European members who are active in that area as well. So something like liquid applied documents, we transferred a lot of these over to ETA Denmark. We're talking to Thomas Brun there. So we know our testing assessment program will be accepted there and issued. So this is the case as long as on this one is that the European assessment document was in place before 31st of December 2020. That's the main one. So it's a case of yeah, we talk to our partners and we come up with a joint program of work.
Okay, and then the next question, what will happen in the future with regards to UKTA and BBA approvals? Will both continue to exist? A bit of a asking you to look into the crystal ball.
At the moment, I was going to say in the past, ETAs existed the same time as BBA agreement assessments. So in the same way, that one, then UKTAs will exist in the same with agreement certificates as well. It's just that there can be more detail on an agreement certificate than a UKTA, in the same way as CE marking gives you the basic data, and agreement will give you a bit more specific, especially in relation to building regulations as well, and installations instructions.
And I think it's safe to say that we're always looking at evolving our products as well. So, you know, Agremont is based on the consultation we did last year. Agremont's always looking at improving, serving the industry better. So it's constantly in a state of evolution and how we can do things better. So, you know, perhaps not in exactly the same form as it is today, but certainly that, you know, Agremont will continue.
I would say on that one that the agreement certificate can be a lot more reactive than certainly say the process of issuing a UKTA or ETA, against which relies on a lot of cooperation between 25 member countries, getting it through Europe, get the place. So yeah, these agreement certificates we're just dealing internally rather than an external body.
Okay, just a question then from Simon. So have the UKCA AVCP level 3 rules been sorted out, as this has been a problem until now? Do you know anything about that?
At the moment, the AVCP level 3 is relating to conformity of test. These are really for the harmonised products at the moment. It's the acceptance of EU test data for to give a certificate of conformity in the UK and vice versa. At the moment, there's still a bit of a Mexican standoff between European Commission and the UK government as well. But at the moment, we are certainly talking to Department of Level Up Housing and Communities, and if there's any change, then we'll be posting on our website. At the moment, we hope there's going to be some compromise agreement there. If we take the situation regarding fire in the UK, we just got Exova and BRE, 2 fire labs. If they were to test all the construction products in the UK, well, it will probably take tens of years to get there. So there needs to be some kind of compromise agreement. There has been talk of an extended transition period, whether that's for 3 or 5 years. But yeah, that's the current situation. At the moment, if you want a certificate of conformity in the UK, you'll have to get the test work done at the UK laboratories. But we are hoping that there'll be some compromise on use of data from Europe, and vice versa. It applies the other way as well.
Okay.
So it's not ideal.
All right, and Simon, just one last question from the audience. So we transferred our ETA from BBA to ETA Denmark or Denmark due to Brexit. How easy is it to transfer it back to UKTA, and would this be necessary?
On this one, I'd say it's we've worked with some companies at the moment. We've I think the one what's it by name? One of the ones we issued at the moment was a former BBA. Actually, two of the ones on there were former BBA ETAs, and they've currently got a UKTA on there. They might ask about costs of conversions. The standard cost at the moment is £19.95 per ETA conversion on there. But if we have the data on our formal ones, there may be some reduction on there.
And in terms of ease of transfer back, is that quite complex, or is that relatively straightforward to do?
It's relatively straightforward because we still have the files. So
Right. Okay.
yeah, as long as we're confident about our data and nothing has changed, then it's a fairly easy process. We have all the files, we have the Word files, so it is in theory should be quicker than working from scratch on the European tab issue ETA.
Okay, and then just two more questions, and then we'll conclude. So, just are you able to issue UKTAs for products at the same time that an ETA is issued?
Yeah, on this one we said before was with new products. On this one, if they want a new product UKTA and ETA, as long as we're talking and communicating with the EU tab, then it is possible.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. And I think the next question I think we've answered, but I think it's important to also say that from a BBA perspective, we are very we are actively working with a lot of our partners in Europe and EOTA to be able to make the process as smooth as possible for UK manufacturers. So that's why we are, if you do sign up to our webinars going forward, we're looking to do more work with EOTA to kind of help explain the process from that side, as well as both sides, so that you have a full view and picture of how the entire process works. So if there is anything that we haven't covered, please do get in touch with us, because we're speaking with our European partners regularly, almost on a daily, weekly basis, and we can be sure to pick that up. Simon, is there any final thoughts before I end this session for today?
No, I'd just say thank you for everybody signing up. There's been a lot of interest, which is it's been very, very good so far. We really want to help as much as we can. Issue lots of UKTAs. The main thing on this one is about communication and talking, and not really doubling up on any reproducing any test work and data. As far as possible, it's worked very smoothly with the European tabs. Thankful for their help and cooperation, also EOTA as well. So
absolutely.
Any questions, please let us know.
Absolutely. Thanks, Simon. Yes, exactly as Simon has said, let us know. Get in touch, either client services at bbacerts.co.uk or even marketing at bbacerts.co.uk. There are many ways to get in touch. We've got live chat on our website as well. So just pop us a note. In case you missed that link, to sign up for future webinars, we will obviously, as time comes closer, we will be ramping up any changes, any last minute things that you need to know. But that website link again is bbacerts.co.uk/webinar. So make sure that you sign up and subscribe to our mailing list so that we can let you know when that's happening. But thank you, Simon, for joining me. It was a pleasure. I hope I did Pete proud today. And thank you to all our viewers who've joined us. And we look forward to catching up with you in the next one. So keep an eye on our website. Take care, everybody, and have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.